Hello guys, welcome back to VC Tech. Today we are going to be talking about Voice over Internet Protocol. In today's enterprise networks, communication is no longer dependent on traditional telephone systems. Most organizations now use VoIP or Voice over Internet Protocol, which allows voice communication to travel across IP networks such as the local area network, the wide area networks, and also the internet. In this video, we are going to explore how VoIP IP phone works, the major protocols involved, how enterprise voice networks are designed, and most importantly, the key technologies every network or VoIP engineer must understand. For this tutorial, we are going to be very selective with the devices that we are going to be using. First of all, we have to be making use of the 2811 router and also the 7960 IP phones. Reason behind this is because voice communication is highly sensitive to delay and network instability. Since you know all that, let's get into the configuration. First, we are going to work on the switch first before we move over to the router. On the switch, we are going to assign this port to serve as the trunk port because it is going to be carrying multiple VLANs, while these other ports are going to be serving as the voice VLAN port. On default, there is always a voice VLAN 1 on the switch. So let's head over to that switch and start our configuration. First, enable configure terminal. Remember, we want to assign the port connected to the router to serve as a trunk port. So interface FA0/1 and the switch port mode to be trunk. We've assigned that port to serve as a trunk port. Let's also work on the ports that are connected to the IP phones. So interface range FA0/2 to 4, and we want to see switch port mode to be voice and VLAN 1. So we've assigned those three ports to VLAN 1. This wraps up our configuration on the switch. Let's take it one step further to the router. On the router, we want to assign IP address to that default gateway first. So it is going to be taking 192.168.1.1, and let's head over to the CLI and commence our configuration. First, we want to let the router know that it is going to be serving as a DHCP server. And next, we want to create a DHCP pool. So we say IP DHCP pool, and we want to call this voice. When we get to the interface or the configuration terminal of the DHCP pool, you can query to see everything you have to do on this part of the configuration. So first we have the network, the default gateway, the DNS server, the domain, the option, and no. So first we are going to start with the network. So 192.168.1.0 with a subnet mask of 255.255.0. Next is the default gateway, which is 192.168.1.1. And next on that configuration is the option. So we are going to be making use of option 150, and the IP address is going to be the IP address of the default gateway, which is 192.168.1.1. Now I'm going to explain what that line there simply means. Option 150 is used to provide IP phones with TFTP server address. So basically, it tells the phone where to download its original files, like the session initiation protocol and also the real-time transport protocol. So you see how important or how vital this line here is. So it's imperative for us to always enable that when configuring voice over internet protocol. Now we've created a DHCP pool to assign IP addresses to the devices on the network. Let's also take our configuration to the main objective, which is to configure telephony service. So telephony service, when we get here, we want to specify how many phones we have and how many die number that we also need for these devices we have on the network. So first, we're going to say maximum die number is going to be 3, and maximum e-phones that we have on the network is also 3. Next is going to be our IP source address. Our IP source address is going to be the IP address of the default gateway, which is 192.168.1.1, and also specify the port that it is going to be using, which is port 2000. Lastly is going to be our auto assign command, which is going to be assigning a die number to the devices automatically. So 1, 2, 3. So after doing this, we just head out of this place and say do right to save our configuration. And next, it is time for us to assign the die number to the devices. So what do? We say ePhone die number 1, and we specify the number that we are going to be using to communicate, or we are going to be using to reach each IP phone we have on the network. So for this, is going to be 1010. Let's do the same for the second IP phone. This is going to be 1020. And for the last IP phone, this is going to be 1030. So after we are done configuring, first of all, we created a DHCP server. We told the router that it is going to be serving as a DHCP server. Then we created a DHCP pool to assign IP addresses to the host devices, which is the IP phones on the network. And we also create a telephony service that would assign a line number or a die number to the host IP phones on the network. Let's head over to the IP phones and power them on. So on this device, you just go down here and click and drag and place it over here. Do the same for the other devices. Then we check for our IP address and also a line number. So after doing this, let's just head over to the IP phones and hover above it. You're going to see that this IP phone has gotten its IP address of 192.168.1.2. It also has the default gateway of 192.168.1.1. And remember, we created a line number or a die number. That is the die number that we created for the first device, which has the die number of 1010. And on this second device, it has a die number of 1020, as well as its IP address and a default gateway. And on the last device, it has the line number of 30 and its IP address and also a default gateway. So from this device of 1010, let's try to call the device of 1030. So let's bring out the device from 1030. So this one, we'll just reduce the size and place it here. Head over to the GUI. So we have both devices on the screen right now. Let's try to call 1030. As you can see over here, this device is taking the line number of 1030 and this one is taking the line number of 1010. Now let's try to call 1030 from this device. So 1030, and we click this over here. Now you can see that this device, the 1030 device, is getting an incoming call from 1010. If we should pick this up, you're going to see it is showing us that it is connected to 1010, as well as the 1010 is connected to 1030. Guys, this is how we configure voice over internet protocol phones, assign them IP address, and also give them a die number. If this video helped you understand all of that, why not smash the like button and subscribe to this channel, because in the next video we are going to be talking about something even more interesting. So let's close this, and thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next